Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? Today, I have a very special surprise for you because today I have IRL special guest who is going to sit next to me, and the guest who are you missed probably a lot. And this is Jacob, the one man dump, Kubasku.
Yo, everyone. I'm so happy to finally be here at the very heart of who we are. And
Yes, today Jacob has two missions or even three. First of all, we've been crunching the second season of Star Heroes. Jacob provided me with his report, so I am much more smarter about what's coming for Star Heroes pretty soon. And trust me, believe me or not, but it's going to be super interesting for you. And there is no doubt that probably Star Heroes today is doing pretty well on the market. I'm not sure, but probably it's 20% up today. So we are just warming up before the next season. And yeah, I'm not here to pump, I'm not here to shill, but the Star Heroes team is cooking. And yes, Jacob cannot wait to dump Star Token in order to fund his next holiday. It's a joke, guys. He's been already back from holiday, so
I didn't even go on holiday.
anyway, Pan and Jacob became roommates. By the way, we used to be flatmates 5 years ago during my university studies. So yeah, that's kind of the memory. But guys, today we are going to speak about a lot of things. First of all, we make history with history record-breaking burning. So let me share the screen, and this is the moment where I am proud to say thank you, because we reached our quorum. More than 34 million GSWIFT tokens has been used to vote for burning of the GSWIFT token. As you can see, only 70,000 GSWIFT tokens and 1,011 GSWIFT tokens were against. It was mostly Kuba because he preferred to dump them. No, I'm just obviously joking, but but
That wasn't fast enough.
but the good news, guys, is this means that we are getting ready for the burning of approximately 34% of the whole GSWIFT total supply. And this is going to be the biggest burning in GameSwift history, and also in my personal entrepreneur history, because I've been like behind the big burnings of STT and many other tokens, but 34% of the whole total supply, this is a big thing for the whole GSWIFT token. This is going to rapidly increase and improve FDV to market ratio. And this means that the token community members are going to change their perspective for the fundamentals of GSWIFT token. This is what I explained to you 2 weeks ago on the history Townhall, where I explained to you that we are going to make a significant improvement towards GSWIFT tokenomics. So since some of you, it was not clear to you how exactly this burning is going to be working, then let me explain this one more time. But before I'm gonna do it, maybe let's do a special, let's say, background for this. Yes, let me share the screen. Yes, so let me know whether you can see this. Yes, you can see. So guys, first of all, there is a major concern coming from our community members that there is upcoming seed round, which is where 14% of the total supply started to be unlocking last month, and it's going to be distributed over the next 18 months period. So this is obviously some point of the concern. That's why a lot of people has been dumping GSWIFT before July, because they've been afraid that After July, big dump is going to happen. As you can see, it's quite the opposite because we decided to use our revenue in order to buy back and burn of our token. And this is a record-breaking buyback because this is in total 60 million tokens from the seed round, which we, as the team, decided to buy back and burn, which is approximately around between $4.5 million. That's a significant value. This is basically 1/3 of the whole seed round, which is going to be burned. So this is very important. This is not like that we are burning some tokens, let's say, outside the circulation. These are the tokens directly from the seed round. Please mute this fireside. Okay, guys, maybe I wanted to tune in too much. But we are going to burn tokens directly from the seed round, buy back them and burn. That's a very big thing. 1/3 of the seed round inflation is going to be inevitably decreased and burned. That's the first thing. But today, since the voting has passed, we reached our quorum. 34 million tokens voted for. And by the way, I think that I hope that now you can appreciate. We purchased 60 million GSWIFT tokens from the seed round. As you can see, 34 million tokens from the circulation was enough to vote for the burning. So our purchase was a very big one, a very significant. But now, since we made our governance decision, you, our committee members, voted for another improvement to the tokenomics, which is to burn our treasury, most of our treasury. In total, this is 1/3 of the whole total supply, which is going to be inevitably burned. So as you can see, there are two big, bold pillars that we decided to make. The first one is to decrease upcoming inflation from seed round, and this is directly from the circulation. And the next one, which is affecting FDV and the total supply, is to burn 1/3 of the whole total supply, mostly coming from the treasury, right? So in this way, we are going to significantly improve our tokenomics and make it much more healthy. So yeah, tomorrow I'm preparing a special tweet up on that since the voting has passed. I would really appreciate if you can spread it well across our community and outside our community, because a lot of the people has exited GSWIFT in anticipation of this inflation, in anticipation of basically bad tokenomics. Since we made our improvements, it's a perfect opportunity to send a message that, guys, welcome back. And what I can say more, that's your vote. We need to execute it right now. So our marketing team has a lot of ammunition for now to do a significant burning. What's more, maybe let me show you some interesting statistics, because I asked my marketing team to prepare some presentation how GSWIFT is performing comparing to the other gaming ecosystem tokens, and our results are pretty interesting. So first of all, here is the easy chart, which is showing which FDV a given project has reached comparing to the fundraising value. Let's be honest with each other, fundraising is one of the key components for the future growth of any ecosystem. Projects like Immutable, Sandbox, Gala, Illuvium, they raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and obviously they reached pretty nice valuations like $2-3 billion FDV. But considering that GSWIFT reached in its peak in December last year and March this year, but even now, a very big FDV, this is exactly showing how big overperformance we all did. Because as you can see, even though that we raised only $4 million, we delivered a very big value to the token, actually the biggest across all the competition within Web3 gaming. So
not sure whether you're sharing the screen actually.
Okay, I'm not sharing. I was sharing probably the wrong site. So yeah, here is guys the chart. We have twice better coefficient than for example games, uh, 3 times better than Immutable, 4 times better than Sandbox, or 5 times better than Gala. That's a really big thing. So this perfectly what this statistic is showing to you. First of all, that GameSwift team has never been greedy. So we put our community first. We didn't want to raise too much. We didn't want to create too much selling pressure on our token. That's why we raised only $4 million for our token. Secondly, that GameSwift team is very efficient, because even though we raised not that much money like any other Web3 gaming ecosystem, we still deliver a very good token performance. That's the two takeaways from this statistics. Here are the statistics of the project followers. As you can see, we are also quite good, considering that basically all the others are much higher in market cap than us. What's more, we do also well according to the performance post token launch, so after the TGE. The best ROI right now is for Gala and Immutable. That they are somewhere around 500 to 6% since their token launch. But GSWIFT, even though that we had a terrible price action starting from March to April, is still sitting on somewhere around 300% from the token launch, which is much better than Sandbox, Aavegotchi, Luvium, Elixir, Xai, and many others. So that's another thing which is worth appreciating. And the most important thing is that we still are sitting on a very low market cap. Now, since we are going to burn a lot of our total supply, a lot of our tokens from the seed round, this statistic will become even more interesting. So in my opinion, GameSwift is a really interesting gem comparing to the competition. So yeah, now the screen is showing perfectly. Thank you, Jacob. You helped me, and maybe that was the reason why you came here. By the way, I mentioned that the reason why you came here was first to prepare the report for Star Heroes, secondly to attend in our town hall, but third, and that's small information, we are forming a GSWIFT team and community football team, and we had our second. We are having our second training today, right after the town hall. So this is another reason why Jacob is here right behind me. Let's go through the next of our agenda. So probably this is going to be obviously a small update about our AI launcher. So yes, we are cooking. We are working on our GS Force AI, and we conducted a very in-depth analysis to how basically how our users are going to benefit from this tool, because the user perspective is the most important thing. In crypto, we have a lot of products designed for speculation. GameSwift wants to design their products for the end users, for the community. So our research upon these things are very important to us. And based on the research, on the data that we gathered, nearly 70% of our users can take advantage of our AI tool for example, crafting immersive game soundtracks, streamlining financial workflows, and changing player interactions with natural sounding chatbot voices. That would be super cool actually to implement, for example, in Star Heroes, or analyzing documents and generating precise answers to complex questions. Do you have any job interview, some hard questions to ask? Yes, GS Force AI is something that you can use for that. Over 40% of our users can benefit from AI for delivering detailed image or audio sound effects, or maybe to perfect graphics and asset creation. That's a very interesting finding as well. And finally, more than 30% of users, which is minority, can exploit AI to rapidly create high quality images from text descriptions, bring some game narratives to life with text to animation capabilities, or accelerate prototyping by developing 3D models from graphics on smooth background. The latter is especially interesting because this could boost the development of not only Web3 games, but basically any other game development. That's another big news. And by the way, guys, let me know how are you doing in the crypto market. A lot of news are releasing recently. For example, Kamala Harris looks like she is back on the pole position, which is quite interesting information, especially considering that recently there was like the assassination attempt on Trump. He had a very good PR right after it. I'm just curious. Let me know whether you believe into those, let's say, findings that Kamala is back to the pole position, or you are skeptical about that. I know that she's very successful in her fundraising process, but I'm not necessarily convinced that she so quickly overcome Donald Trump. In speaking of Donald Trump, that's another interesting news which happened this week. Elon Musk has live streamed the interview with Trump. Very good interview to watch. I watched it all, and I was really hoping to get some news about GameSwift and Star Heroes, but unfortunately, there was not a single mention about crypto during this interview. What's more, this interview has been massively DDoSed, as a lot of people probably didn't want Elon and Trump to be streaming together.
Who knows whether it was actually DDoSed or maybe it was just servers not running up. Because this is also a possibility with Twitter. All the cuts in infrastructure that Musk did when he purchased Twitter back in time. Read his biography actually. So guys, he basically laid off more than half of the stuff and really cut the server's powers to the bare minimum. That's why.
and that's also interesting story, because I also read those biography, and I read that basically once he wanted to reduce the costs for this servers administration and servers storage, the Twitter team recommended that they need at least 6 months to reduce this, let's say, servers and to shut them down.
Mhm.
And Elon was surprised why 6 months and so much costs generated in order just to shut down the freaking servers. So what he did, he drove his Tesla right to the servers and use like a big scissors in order to break the cable, and that's the way how he shut them down. So maybe it's about servers, maybe about DDoS, who knows.
But I just had speaking of Trump, I had a very bad idea for like an animation for Star Heroes. Imagine if the Trump assassination attempt had a spaceship, Star Heroes spaceship involved somewhere there, like right in the ear. Sorry, that's my imagination, but sometimes I'm thinking that, going this radical way in marketing would be something that could make us different. You have meme coins on some bullshit stuff.
Okay. So you can imagine some remake of this assassination attempt where instead of the sniper there is like a pan pilot.
Pan pilot, for example, flying a tank or a shooter actually,
or Peggy, That would be interesting.
Like a parody of the current events, including some themes from GameSwift or Star Heroes. Let us know in the comments if you want me to follow up on this with further ideas.
By the way, rozżalona galareta, nie, rozlazla galareta, that's your nick, asked that maybe we should lower the quorum requirement for the future votings to not have to make any tricks. Let me know what kind of tricks you mentioned. If you mean that we had to repeat the voting, yes, we had to. As during the first voting, we didn't have enough quorum, but maybe that's the magic of DAO. I've seen that some of the community members actually purchased more GSWIFT in order to vote for, because they were very bullish on this proposal. And that's the magic of governance utility. This is really under the radar utility in crypto. Pan, you look like Homelander in Show the Voice. Let me check it out. Homelander. Okay. Homelander.
Let's see if it's a compliment or an insult.
Yeah. I'm really curious. The Voice. Okay. Maybe let me share the screen so everybody will see what Jerry is thinking about me. Okay. That's. I think it's no offense. No offense. He's pretty handsome, right? Yeah, that's quite okay. I think one girl in high school told me that I am similar to this guy, and no, okay, I forgot his name. Never mind, guys. Sparrow Jack, what is your Discord name? Okay, guys, maybe you look like Ragnar from Vikings. Yeah, maybe some people tell me that I look like freaking Viking, but I would have to be bald. So yeah, Jacob, please stay away from marketing. I think that he was relating to this spaceship thing in terms of assassination.
Or maybe it was something.
Maybe deeper. We'll make the social experiment. I'm going to hand over the login and password for GameSwift Twitter to Jacob for one day. We'll see whether it's working or not. But if we are going to be banned, then maybe let's not do that.
And I got ideas, guys. But we are just too shy to.
Okay. Hi Pan, hi team. Jakub, in what position does he play? What position do you play, Jacob?
Striker.
But unfortunately, since I am the team manager, I'm going to select me as the striker because that's the position. So we are going to play on the wing today. Yeah, actually on how to say wahadło, this
wing on the wing. I think.
Yeah.
We have midfielder and wingman.
The guy who's running back and forth, basically, who's like wingman during the attack situations, but also works in defensive.
I can do it.
You have the best stamina, so that's probably the reason why. So yeah, we are going to update you on our progress. On Monday, we are playing the first game in the FLS League. So we are going to let you know on the next town hall what was.
Someone took it serious. Maybe did not make anything in regards to assassination attempt. People have been cancelled.
Would give a bad look at the project for making political statements and gestures like that. Yeah, Marcus Dasson probably is right. Guys, hope you have air conditioning in that little room so I can see how it's hot. Yeah, as you can see, we are not having air conditioning in this room, so this stream is going to be a little bit shorter. So I'm not. Yeah,
we'll simply take our t-shirts off.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes during team meetings,
we compare the sizes of our nipples. But it's our private stuff.
That's what she said. And the fourth point of our agenda, the final point of our agenda, is regarding Star Heroes. So basically, what we can expect in the second season. How about heroes? How about tournaments? How about the Star token? So I think the best update for Star Heroes is at today's price chart. I need to admit that I'm sorry, guys, that I'm showing this one more time, but I need to admit that once I seen 20%, and for a moment it was even 40%, I was like, finally, the last 3 months was kind of disaster. Every single day, every single day dump, right? We've been waiting for the recovery. Also, the whole market has been dumping really heavily, so having good performance over the last 7 days, the first sign of, let's say, the break point for the Star Heroes price action in anticipation of the second season, that's a very positive sign.
Yeah, a big relief when you see something like that, because it also gives you, like power to pump it up. And we met up in person today, connected also with our boys from Austria, and that was one of the greatest days actually in terms of brainstorming and working here, guys. The exchange of ideas is fantastic when you meet up in real life.
Yes, working in real life is much more effective than working online. That's at least our experience, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna come here every fucking day. Actually, I'm booking the room.
Okay,
Right now.
I have a small room for you. You can sleep in my office. But by the way, there is
Okay, we have to share that. No, I don't know if we don't show it.
can we do it?
Yeah.
We got a third of us.
Yeah. So no, that's why, guys, when so believe me or not, but in this tiny room, like one of you has recognized, there is a third team member who is laying down on the floor. Patrick, can you say hello? Yes, so he's here, and now I believe that you can really, let's say, trust us that this chart, that we really have very good token performance comparing to the funds that you raise. It's true, because we have a tiny office. We try to stay humble and work really hard. And what is very important thing about Star Heroes? Why anyone would hold Star? So that's a very important thing to remind you that Star Heroes has revealed their play to burn program, which started at the very end of the last season. And basically the narrative is that the more plays, the more games you play, the more star tokens are going to exit the circulation, because basically Star Heroes, starting from this season, will become deflationary. There are no inflationary rewards to be planned for the next season. What's more, the more you play, the more tokens we burn. How does it work? Let me remind you. Basically, every single week we summarize how many hours you played, how many in-game kills you made, how many missions you completed in the Heroes app, and we burn our Star Heroes token accordingly. And this is not a small burning, but it's actually 1/3 of the whole total supply. So that's a very important thing to remember. More information about the upcoming season, probably next week or the week after, just in order to have, like, to provide you with all the data. Please remember that the next season is coming somewhere in September, so you have still 2, 3, 4 weeks to have some rest. I know that you can't wait for Star Heroes to be back, and so we are. Guys, I think we are coming to the end with this stream, because
Because Jack Sparrow is pushing too far, too much. I mean,
yeah, Jack Sparrow. Thank you, Jack, for example, first of all, that you are here. As you can see, we are not hiding any of your questions. Trying to, as you are still demanding for more utility for Star Token, and I believe that the announcement which is coming is going to provide you with more information upon this, because this exact question is going to be addressed. And Patrick, as you can say hello, and now we can say goodbye.
goodbye. See you guys. Thanks a lot.